Hi guys, so I'm back to show you the dog's corner, basically just all of this, and just go through what they have. So they have a corner, we have a small living room as you can see, but the corner is theirs, and we have first off a bed here from Pets at Home. So it's a nice kind of material and with the cushion, and we just put a cover over the top just to protect the cushion, and it's a really soft cover, so they do enjoy lying on that. Pixie especially, this is more or less her bed, she's the only one that really lies in it. Very rarely both of them lie together. Next thing we have is their toy box or tub, as you can see. This scary looking thing, that was Jamie that picked that one for them. Makes the most horrendous noise ever. Thank goodness it's broken. So these are all their toys that we keep in here, and it's full to the brim. We need a tidy out. We do have a spare bag in the wardrobe of extra toys where we do like to swap and change. Hello Pixie, are you having a wee lie down? Are you having a wee rest? Tired. So we'll swap them over every couple of months really, just to give them a variety. We don't always go into the bottom of the box, so again we just empty and swap stuff around. They more or less just reach what they want, and I don't buy them toys anymore because we get the monthly subscription box in. We do get quite a lot of well, we get 2 toys in it at a time, but it builds up, so we're just taking our time with that. Let's put these over here. Okay, so the next thing is their dog crate. Now this is an extra large dog crate. It is quite big, but we used to have a medium and we used to have a small, and when we got Roxy as a puppy she stayed in the small crate, and there was one here and one there, and they only had this wee gap in the middle. So Pixie was in the medium crate and Roxy was in the small crate. So we decided to put them in the same crate probably when Roxy was about 6 months, and we were actually really surprised on how well they got on together in the crate. I was afraid in case they were maybe getting a wee bit territorial, they might fight with one another, but they seem to get on great, which is good. So the extra large this is, and it does take up quite a bit of the living room, but with the red cover over it, it doesn't make it look as ghastly as it should be. So inside we have 2 water bowls, one on either side, and we have another soft cover that they lie on, and then we have the memory foam mattress from Pets at Home, and the cover, they've just recently brought out these new covers. There was a cover that looked more like this red cover, and we had that in there, but we've changed it over to a brown polka dot one which matches the carpet, so we do like that one, and it's really soft as well. So we just put the blanket in there for them to lie on. Roxy tends to lie more at the front and Pixie lies more in at the back. So at the back we have just a couple of toys. These are just more their comfort toys, and Pixie's puppy toy when we first got her is in here. Roxy doesn't really have one, she kind of destroyed it when she was a puppy, so she'll just need to put up with one of these ones. But if we just go in here, this pink bunny is Pixie's puppy toy, and we've had that since we first got her. That was her puppy comfort toy, and they don't really do anything in here, they just kind of lie in here and sit, and that's it really. Very rarely they tend to come in during the day and maybe pull one out, but they don't do anything with it, so that is that. So quite a big crate, enough room for the both of them, which is good, so they can both stretch out. So I keep this shut during the day sometimes, just so they don't go in there. Try and keep that mainly for bedtime. So as you can see, it takes up quite a bit of the living room. And on top, we need to tidy up, well, I need to tidy up here. There's just a whole pile of stuff back here. Some stuff I can put away and store away. But the first thing we've got is their bedtime biscuits. So this, again, I've decorated the jar with the butterflies and bees. And this is their bedtime biscuits, so they know when this noise goes that it's time for bed, as you can see. Yes. So we are using the Billy and Margot treats just now. So they're due to be refilled shortly, just because as you can see they're empty. So that is that tub. Let's just see if I can close this with one hand. There we go. And then we have just the odd treat that we keep out that's easy to hand, and it's one that we got from the Paw Post subscription box. And we also keep out the Beautiful Joe's ethical dog treats. This is the 100% ox liver, and just looks like a wee cigarette tin. So that's them, and they're quite strong smell. They like them. I don't think Roxy's too keen on them, but we'll keep it going. Then we have the slip mats. Now these are actually just bath mats. I cut these in two, and I put this on the desk and then put the grooming mat on top so it doesn't slide. They do have the wee rubber bits, but when I polish the desk it just tends to slide all over the place. So this goes on underneath, and I've got two, so there is a spare. And then we have obviously the grooming cushion, which is actually a puppy crate mat, but it does the job. I think if the dogs were any bigger, I'd need to get a bigger one. And then we've got this cushion, which is actually from Primark. It was £3, and it's actually for our necks when we go travelling, but it does the two dogs wonders when I'm brushing their heads, and it gets them used to lying on the table where I can put a top knot up properly when they get longer hair. So I keep that up there just because it's close to hand. And then we get to the messy bit. So first of all, we've got these two sprays. These are the Artero, if that's how you pronounce it, Impact Spray. Now this has to be hands down the best fragrance I have ever smelled on a dog. When we put Roxy in, when we put Pixie in to get groomed, they put this on her, and I couldn't get over the smell. It smelled like the aftershave 1 million, and I love that smell. So I asked them where they got it from, and obviously it's online only, they don't sell it in the Pets at Home store. So I decided to go to Groomers Online, which is where we got our old shampoos from, and we purchased the red one, which is the one that smells like 1 million, and it's really good, lasts on the dog for ages. Don't really use it a great deal now, maybe just once, maybe when they've not had a bath in 2 weeks, and maybe on the last week they would get a wee spray. And then we got the violet one, which smells like flowers really. It's a very nice smell. So the two of them. And then we have the wee handheld trimmer that I bought just recently from Pets at Home for shaving their paws, their bottom, and maybe on top of their nose sometimes. And it's just a mini pocket one, and you get your reattachments and things with it, but I don't think I'd be using them. I just use this blade here. So just a wee button, and it's quite loud. So it takes a battery, one battery, and that is it. So that's for grooming the dog's paws. It says we're taking them to the groomers to get it done. I'm not taking it back to the groomers at all for anything. So we're doing it all here. So that is perfect for the job. The next thing we have is, you've probably seen this before from our Paw Post subscription box. As you can see, it needs to go in the bin really. I don't like having toys like that around where they can choke on like the string once it starts to get to this stage, which was only after 5 minutes of playing with it. I tend to throw it away, so that needs to go in the bin. Next we have a wee plastic cup. Just use that for the grooming table, and whenever I get hair off the brush or cut hair off them, I put it into the wee cup, and I also put the pet wipes in there as well, so very handy. Then we have the Lily's Kitchen organic chicken dog food, and I use these wee biscuits to fill up this wee ball, this one here, and it gives them a wee something to roll about the floor with. We also have this Kong, there's that big horrible thing that will haunt me, this Kong thing as well, where you just put the biscuits in, it unscrews and you can pop them in. So we fill them up with the Lily's Kitchen organic chicken. It's just something different from their actual food, and they're probably more interested in it because they're not getting bored of the same food all the time. So that is what that is for. Underneath we've got a wee book that we get from the Paw Post as well. It is Honey's Natural Feeding Handbook for Dogs, and it's just basically all about feeding your dog raw meats, vet appointments, illnesses you can have with the dogs. So it's got cats in it as well, it's not just for dogs, it's got some feline stuff in it as well, which is really good. Let's just see, sick and poorly dogs. So there you go, you've got your elbow, epilepsy, hip, cancer and tumours, so it gives you some arthritis, that's a big one in older dogs, so it's good, a wee bit of light reading there. It's very good, very educational as well. I've learnt a few things from that. Next we have the Lily's Kitchen sample packets that we got with the lambs and peas and parsley, and we also have the woodland block. Now Pixie likes this one and Roxy likes this one, so when they're on the grooming table, because we're still learning, they get a wee one of these when they do something good, just so they know that they're doing the right thing. And they're almost finished, so once they're gone I'll need to think of something else, and then hopefully just take everything completely away, and then they'll just be well behaved without anything. Then we have the pet wipes from the, I think this was the possum box, when we got the possum box. These are amazing, they smell so good and they're good at cleaning the face. We went through a phase where the dogs were vomiting just a wee bit, and to wash their face with this instead of giving them a full bath leaves the dog's moustache and mouth smelling amazing. So when they run out, I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably not going to purchase them again, but I would miss them. We have their bands. Now I got these off of eBay, and it was a pack of 1,000 I think, and I've not used these since they were a puppy, but now that I'm making dog bows I'm using them more often, and because I'm going to be growing them long I'll be using them for the top knot. Once they run out I'll need to get some more, so they're very good. And then we have their selection of brushes, which I just tidied this out yesterday because we got our order in from Christie's Direct. So as you've probably seen on our other video, we've got the Gold Series Chris Christensen 20mm brush, and the pins are really good. It just glides through your dog's hair, I love it. And then we went for the small slicker brush. I didn't know whether or not to go for the medium or the small, but we went for the small, and it's so different to using a rectangular slicker brush. I'm used to a triangle one. Getting mats in at the armpits with this I think is a bit of a nightmare. That's what I always used to use the tip of the triangular one for. So I got the wee small head one, the tiny head, just so I can get in at the armpit a wee bit better, and any other places where there's small mats. So that is the tiny head one, and it's very good also. And then we have just an old bowl which has been in here for ages. It's been in there for a very long time. We got that off of eBay. Now I'm making my own dog bows now. Just started them and I've just got a whole load of ribbons, so I will be working on a lot of these, and hopefully aiming to maybe sell them at some point. I do have a lot of the same ribbon and I don't want to have 5 of the same bow, so I'm going to be practicing and possibly selling them soon. I just need to get these wee gems for in the middle because all I've got is just beads just now, but it'll look just as nice. And then this wee clip one as well, so that is that. And then we have these scissors which I use for just in between the eyes and top of the nose, just to cut and trim anywhere that needs to be trimmed. They're really good scissors, cheap and cheerful from Pets at Home. They do the job fine. I don't need to fork out and get an expensive pair. These scissors are actually hairdressing scissors for our hair, but I find that they cut quite well on the dogs, so they are now their scissors. And I know you can get professional dog grooming scissors online, but I don't really need them, so these will do the job just as well. Band scissors from Show Off Products, so these will cut the bands off of their hair instead of pulling them off and pulling their hair out. And then we have the combs. Now the 2 combs are Chris Christensen combs that I got about a couple of weeks ago from Christie's Direct. This is a face comb, so it's quite small. And they came in the wee packages, so I kept them in there just because I don't want anything to happen to them. You know, they're a lot of money. And the fine tail comb as well. So we'll use that for putting up top knots and doing their heads and stuff, so that one's good also. Now this last comb is not a Chris Christensen comb. This is a comb that I got from the groomer's website. It's a Spratz comb. If it'll focus in. Nope. A Spratz comb. It's got a fine side and a coarse side. Again, I would have got a Chris Christensen comb the exact same as this, but there's no really any need because this works just as good. The only thing is it's a different brand, but that doesn't matter, so that comb is good. And the bag is just actually a nail varnish bag that I took the middle piece out of to slot all your nail varnishes in, and I used that. I do need to properly tidy up here, I just need the time to do it and put things everywhere, clear out everything. There's just not enough hours in the day. So that is that. And the next thing we have, this big blue thing here, is actually a gel mat. It's a cooling mat for in the summertime. The dogs lie on it and it brings off a cooling sensation, so it's quite cool for them in the summer, and we have used it quite a few times, so it's quite beneficial to have. Toothbrushes, different ones. This one's Pixie's, it's got the big head and the small head, and then we have Roxy's with the small head and the big head, and hers is just the red one, so we can tell the difference. I don't like to use the same toothbrushes. And our toothpaste is the toothpaste from the vet that we got, and I'm using a lot more of this now because I'm brushing their teeth a lot more. They do have brown staining on their teeth, so I am using it a lot more than what I used to. The Daily Bakes fish with Edam and Gouda cheese. We used these to start off with for grooming on the table just to get them used to it, and I don't really need to use these now, but I keep them anyway. It's the only kind of cheese thing that they get. And then we have the Tropiclean Fresh Breath Made Early Instant Fresh Foam, and after they get their teeth brushed they get a wee scoot of this in the mouth, and it smells like mouthwash. Obviously it's dog safe, and they gives them fresh breath. Now Pixie's breath isn't really that bad, but Roxy's breath is just shocking. I really don't know why. I mean, I brush her teeth, you know, she eats healthy foods, but her breath is just shocking. So more this for her than Pixie really. So that is that. And this wee bottle here is just some detangling spray that I had diluted down from the groomer's website, and I'm going to change that over as we now have the Just Divine from Chris Christensen also. So I'm going to put a wee bit in this and just use that, and that's to hand along with the brushes. The last thing on top of here is the eye wipes, jumbo eye wipes, and this just clears the dog's eyes of any eye goops or sleepy eyes as I call them. They're quite small wipes, and I wipe their face and their moustache with this also before grooming, so there's plenty of them. So that is on top of the crate. I'll put all that back in a minute, I don't need to worry about that just now. So that's on top of the crate. It does need tidied up, but I'll fix it. The next thing is, as you can see, their dog bowls and their water fountain. Now, as you can see, it is 3:30 in the afternoon and Roxy has not eaten her breakfast. Now, she's done this quite a few times where she leaves her breakfast. Now, I usually lift it and take it away, but I want to see at what time roughly she prefers to eat at, just to see. I don't understand why, but she sometimes eats her breakfast in the morning, but sometimes she'll just leave it and then eat it at 3:30, 4:45, possibly 4 o'clock, and then she'll get her dinner at 5, 5:30, and she'll eat that as well. So I really don't know. She does look as if she's had a wee bit of that anyway, but this is their food that they get, and I'll talk about this in another video. But this is the James Well Beloved. Oops, I'm pinging that away. This is the James Well Beloved food, and this is the turkey. They get the turkey in the morning and their duck for dinner. And oh, so now you're coming over. You're just coming over. You're coming for your dinner. So this is their dog bowls. It's just a wee 2-in-1. So it is a Rogs, I think, bowl, and they're very nice, very glittery, very nice bowls. So we've got 2 of them, 1 on each side, and then we have our water fountain, which is very good. Now, it does need refilled, so I will be washing that out tonight. And the water fountain we got from Pooch Pantry in Troon. You can probably get these online. It doesn't come with the stickers, it just comes plain. And we got the stickers from Christie's Direct. The 2 Shih Tzus were from Christie's Direct. The pot in the middle were given to us by the owners of Pooch Pantry, which was very, very kind of them. So we stuck that one on and used that. And it needs filled up. Fill it up every week, top it up every week, but maybe wash it out every, 2 to 3 weeks. It does have a filter built in, so I don't know if you'll be able to see it. That kind of grey bit in between the crack there is the filter, so we use that. And are you going to eat your dinner? Are you going to get your dinner? Thinking about it. So the bowls on either side. And the last thing, as you know, we've just recently finished talking about the 4 drawers of these. There's 4 parts to that video, and it was going to be a very long video if I spoke about it all in the one go, but we decided to split it into 4, and we've just recently stuck the stickers on either side. So it's kind of decorated it up a wee bit, and I really, really like this sticker here. And then just their grooming treats, which I've spoke about before in another video. So that is their corner. I'll just give you a wee quick overview. There you go. So that's just their corner. So that is us. So like, comment, subscribe. Check out our website, shitsulife.com, our social media pages, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook. We post up there daily. Instagram is the main one that we tend to use now. I can't believe how many people are following us, and it's great to see other dogs and how they live, so it's very interesting to watch and see. So we will see you guys later. Bye!